Welcome back, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Tunes and Tales podcast. As usual, I'm your host, Jay. The same thing. If you're here following the podcast, you're sticking with us, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Your family, you're part of the community. If you're here by accident, as I always say, if you're an accident, you didn't do it on purpose, I love you too. Welcome. We're going to keep the intro quick this week. Let's do the notes. So for social media, if you want to follow us on Instagram and TikTok, it's tunesandtalespod. If you're watching, you'll see it right below. If you want to follow us on Facebook, it is Tunes and Tales Podcast. Just search that, it'll come up. What else we got? Oh, Twitter or X, whatever you call it. It's Tunes and Tales Pod with the N sign. Again, if you're watching, you'll see it. And then if you are watching and you want to listen to the podcast on the go when you're at work, doing chores or getting errands done, whatever, you'll see all the podcast platforms right below. So we got, all the major ones. We got Spotify, we got Apple Podcasts, Google, Amazon, anywhere you can listen to the podcast or listen to music, you can find the podcast. Just so you know too, on the audio, so if you listen to the podcast, you'll hear the songs we talk about in the episode. We can't do it on YouTube for copyright reasons, obviously. All right. And that's it. That's it for the notes. Today on the podcast, we have a close friend of mine, Freydjine. We talk about essentially her childhood growing up in Haiti and the relationship with her dad. Welcome to the podcast, Freydjine. So how do we start?
It's your podcast.
You're right. Thank you for coming on. I guess
wait. I'm laughing. We're not doing this.
I told you you're gonna laugh. Fred, you can't see her with a straight face. You just embrace the braces.
I will embrace it at a later time, not with camera on my face.
Listen, I'm not cutting none of this shit out.
Stop it.
You already laughing for that.
Okay, I'm ready.
When did you get them again? Like 2 days ago?
Thursday.
All right. They look nice.
Thank you.
I feel like you're okay.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So what's the memory you want to share with us?
The memory.
Or moment. Sorry.
Moment. The memory or moment I want to share is, I think it was like my last trip in Haiti. So I can't remember the year. Probably around I can't remember the year. I know I was maybe 10 or 12. My dad came and picked us up in the airport. It was me and my mother, and he was driving his red Jeep at the time.
Red Jeep.
He was a big, I think it was a Range Rover. He was a big Range Rover fan. And he had one in Haiti, but it was an older one.
It's funny because my dad had a red Jeep growing up too.
Really?
But not Jeep, but a Mazda.
Ah.
Like a pickup thing. I remember falling out the back 2 times, but it's not about me. Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. So he came and picked us up at the airport. I remember it was late at night, and it was just, I was tired because we came from Boston all the way to Haiti. Mm-hmm. And then my mom said,
so you flew from Boston?
Either Boston or New York.
Okay.
We might have flown from New York, actually, now that I think about it. And then he came and picked us up. I sat in the front because my mom sat in the back for some reason. I don't know why. And then he had a song on the radio, and I just remember him just being very happy and then just smiling at us. And then my mom was singing, I was singing, he was singing because I guess it was his favorite song. Okay. And me back when you don't know me like that, but well, okay, you do know me. You do know me. Yeah. But I was obsessed with my dad. I wanted to be the perfect kid for him. So if he liked something, I liked it. If he wanted to do something, I wanted to do it. I wanted to just be his little mini me.
The classic daddy-daughter.
Pretty much. And the fact that I didn't really see him as often when I was a kid made the attachment even more memorable for me. Okay. So then he picked us up. We went to his home in Haiti. And then we stayed there for maybe 2 or 3 nights. And then we went to DR because the reason why we went there was to visit my late grandmother on my dad's side because she was very sick and she really wanted to see me before she passed away. So we stayed in DR with her, my uncle and my aunt and my cousins, and that was like for about a week, and went to the beach, just like enjoyed each other's company. It was like one of my last good memories of like going back to Haiti.
Okay. All right. So you kind of said a lot in that. So I'm going to jump to different points of what you just said to kind of like unpack it in a non-therapist way. I feel like I sound like a fucking therapist.
You got the degree.
But all right, so let's start with your relationship with your dad. So you said you didn't see him a lot, so those moments were important. Do you remember, when do you feel like you noticed like, okay, these moments aren't a lot, let me enjoy the time I see him? Like, because you're a kid, so like, when did it click for you? Like,
honestly, when I was 5. I came here when I was 5. So I stopped having like every day with my dad after like 5 years old.
And he stayed in Haiti?
He stayed in Haiti. My mom and I stayed here. So since I was 5, I kind of know like, hey, I don't see my dad often. Like he used to come every year, and then it's like started like trickling down to like every once in a while.
How long was every year? Like for 4 years straight every year, and then
I want to say I think up until I was like maybe 10 and 11, we saw each other because like either my mom and I would like travel there or he would come here. And after 10 and 11, it became a little bit harder. And I think he would just come every 2 years. And then it became like every 3 years. But like we would talk on the phone. And
did he explain why or what the fuck's going on?
No.
I mean, were you curious?
I kind of know the reason now, but like I'm not gonna delve my whole family issues out here.
So, at what point did you? How do I say this? You still care, obviously, but at what point did it stop mattering? About
my dad?
The gaps in how long you see him.
I think when I was like maybe in college. Because I stopped having the idea of like it's gonna be a perfect family, like you know, like when you're a kid you want like your mom and your dad to be in the same house like and living together and stuff like that, but that wasn't really our situation. So when I started realizing that hey, it could be this way and still be fine, I was like, okay, whenever he comes, he comes.
Do you still consider yourself a daddy's girl?
Yeah, I think I'm still very much more like my dad. I have some of my mom's temperament. I'm closer to my mom in terms of like we fight a lot, right? But I love her to death.
Yeah, I feel like it sounds like you guys have been through more together.
Yeah, like my mom is literally like my best friend, but like I'm not gonna tell her that.
Why not?
Because she'll take it to the head.
What, motherfucker? That's awesome.
I'll do everything for my mom. So
okay, all right. So going back to the memory of you guys in the car. Would you say that's one of the times, do you feel like that's one of the times you felt like a family, like together?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was like our last big trip as a family together.
And then you mentioned your grandma. How was your relationship with your grandma?
From what I can remember, it was very warm. She was a very sweet lady, always feeding me because, you know, I love food.
It's something about grandparents and food.
The moment she sees me, she would always make me fried plantains and salami, and that was it. And
was she just trying to get you fat?
She just loved me. She just loved me.
How many grandkids did she have at that point? Or
okay, so at that time, she had 2 in DR, so my cousin Jordan and Ashley. And then she had 2 in Haiti. No, 3 in Haiti. Billy, Jean. I'm not gonna name all. No, okay, so 3 in Haiti. And then 2 in the U.S. So she had a lot. Really? She had a lot.
Really? Okay. So Is it grandma on your mom's side, like your dad's mom, or your?
It's my dad's mom.
Your dad's mom.
My mom's mom died when I was a baby.
So you never really have a memory of.
I just remember what they tell me of her.
You know what's funny? So, on my stepdad's side, So he's my stepdad, but I call him my dad. You know what I mean? It's like he raised me essentially. So on his side, I remember as a baby, because I used to go to like kindergarten across the street from my grandma's house. So I would just stay with my grandma during the week in the like the mountainside, like country as fuck, like outside bathroom, like outside toilet, like was fucking. I
hated that.
I had to get up at like 5:30, 6 in the morning and take a shot. Like honestly, what's the Child Protective Services over here called? DSS? Or?
DSS, yeah.
If DSS was in Jamaica, they'll fucking take me away because like this shit is cruelty. Anyway, but I remember like I only have a memory of my granddad, my stepfather's dad, at his funeral.
Oh.
Like I don't remember him like.
I also remember my grandmother's funeral. It was really bad. My mom made a scene.
She lose her shit.
My mom, she will make you feel loved at a funeral because she goes over the top.
Is she one of the people that jumps in the fucking? Oh no!
My mom was this. Mind you, this is my dad's mother. She will hate if I tell this story. But this is my dad's. She'll never see this. This is my dad's mother. My dad, all his brothers and sisters, they're very calm. They're just like throwing dirt on the thing, saying goodbye to their mother. My mom is screaming. My grandmother's name was Negrita.
How do you say it?
Negrita.
Negrita. Okay.
So my mom was screaming, Negrita, no, don't leave me, Negrita. Don't leave me like this on the floor. My dad's like, get the fuck out.
You're embarrassing me in front of my friends.
My mom is over the top. So she's always like that at any funeral. I just gotta sit away from her because like me and my dad just don't fuck with her at funerals anymore.
So did your mom ever talk about the relationship she had with her, your grandma?
She loved her. They had a really good relationship. My grandmother treated her like a second daughter. She really loved my grandmother. So I think it was very, because like her mom passed away when she was very young, and not very young, but like she would, like, you would have wanted your mom to be here a little bit longer. And then my dad's mom accepted her and was like really friendly to her and just like took her in. And then to find out she passed away kind of within the similar, like in the same instance as like how my mom's mom died, because they both passed away from cancer.
Sorry, you gonna finish something?
I just said they both passed away.
At what age did your dad and mom meet? I'm just curious.
I know what age they had me.
All right, let's do the math. What age
so they had me when she was 28.
So they probably met like usually just like 2 years.
Probably.
Yeah.
Because they got married after that.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's fair. My mom had me when she was 24. 24. All right, cool. So I want to jump to coming to America.
Okay.
Do you remember the first time? Because we're all immigrants, all of us.
I'm an immigrant.
Do you have your first time story?
I'm trying to remember.
Those are the fucking best.
I think I came in during the winter time, and I was
me too.
mad as hell.
Oh, okay, good. I gotta hear this shit. Okay, how was it?
We came in through New York, and I think we stayed with my mom's brother and his wife and his kids for a little bit, and it was cold as shit. It was cold. It was snowing. 5. It was cold. It was snowing.
Crazy.
And I was just so mad. I was like, "Why are we here? Go back."
Okay. Did you understand what snow was when you got
No,
here?
I just was like, "This white shit, and it's cold."
I feel like every fucking immigrant kid. So I kind of had the same thing. I remember coming here in December, and I'll tell you, it was definitely 2001. December? No, is it December 2001? Yeah, no, it was 2003. Because that's the year the Patriots won the Super Bowl. I remember coming in December, and I remember walking out the airport, and you know your breath freezes. I experienced that shit for the first time. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I thought we're in like the end of times. Like, I'm like, the world's ending. Clearly, the world's ending. Why the fuck did you guys take me here? So I remember that, and I already said this on another episode, but like, I cried every day.
Oh no.
Definitely from December to February, because I remember watching that Patriots Super Bowl with my aunt. So I cried every day from December to February to go the fuck home. But yeah.
I to this day I still don't like the cold. I'm managing. My dad does not. Like if my dad comes here, he's bundled up.
He's not fucking with it. He's not fucking with it. So did your dad choose to stay in Haiti?
Yeah. So my dad at the time was my dad's still a lawyer. My dad was a lawyer, so his goal was to stay in Haiti and then eventually come here. But I think stuff just didn't work out, so he just ended up staying in Haiti and then tried to go up the political route. Not like president or stuff like that, but like just I don't know what he became like some type of figure, and then now he's back to just being a lawyer again. But yeah, so that was the plan.
What kind of law did he do? Do you know?
Criminal law,
like defend or prosecute?
I think he's a prosecutor because he'd be putting people in jail.
Okay, I'm about to be real ignorant. That sounds real dangerous.
It is very dangerous, and I'm very scared for him every time I hear him putting a bad guy. That's especially in Haiti right now. Yeah. I'm like, can we just?
So is still? Yeah. It's still his profession.
Yeah.
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 I hope he's safe.
He's doing his thing, He has security and
good.
He has his things to take care of him. Okay. Peace be with you.
Peace. God, say no more. Say no more. So, does he give you like updates on Haiti now? Cause
he does not, because he doesn't want me to feel bad for him. Because again, my dad is like older. He's like a little bit more sick now, so he just doesn't try to tell me things. But I follow all of, like the Haitian postings on Instagram and like Facebook and stuff like that, so I hear what's going on, and I have friends who tell me what their family are experiencing. So like I know to check in on him more often than none. When I don't hear from him, it's like a little bit like
concerning. Yeah. How do you feel about hate? Like, are you optimistic?
For Haiti?
Pessimistic? Yeah, just the future of the country in general.
Right now, I'm very pessimistic, but I do want Haiti to thrive because Haiti is a beautiful country, and like it has so much culture, so much like traditions, but it's hard to see that when it's in chaos and like literally just political warfare. So I would hope one day Haiti is like the same Haiti I remember when I was a child, like being able to walk in the street and not being scared of being kidnapped or like stuff like that. No like violence, really.
Right.
Beautiful beaches, great food, great people, right. Like. That's my hope for Haiti. I hope we can rebuild and become a better Haiti.
So I know one of the major things was that whole earthquake. What year was that?
2010.
And okay, so that's a natural disaster. That's fine. But I feel like now, so I'm real skeptical of media and everything. So when they show like violence in Haiti or like this and that, I'm like, you motherfuckers just selling one side. Like
there is violence in Haiti. Like,
so do you think it really reflects what the media shows, or?
I think it reflects the parts that are heavily gang related, like heavily gang occupied.
Okay.
So that is true for most parts of Haiti, and people are literally fighting to take back their areas and their homes and like all the stuff that belongs to them. But then there's parts that are outside of the capital that are like less occupied by gangs, so they're a little bit more calm. But at one point, it was very bad.
That's fair.
Yeah, like people did not go to work, doctors were leaving the country, and so there was no medical support. And stuff like kids couldn't go to school because they were either getting kidnapped or like killed. Like that was very true.
Oh, yeah, because it's weird. Jamaica is like you either see, because this is one of the most popular countries in the Caribbean, right? So you either see like the sprinters doing good or the beaches and all that shit. Like, but when you go there and turn the fucking channel on, you're like,
damn,
that's outside my hotel. like I am never leaving.
Damn.
But okay, I get it.
Yeah.
So when you moved here, so every immigrant, some more than most, some more than others, they deal with, how do I say, identity crisis. Did you deal with identity crisis?
For a long time, because I was like, I don't know about you. You probably didn't experience that because you came here when you was like, what? You were in middle school. Like, I remember
that was my second time.
That was your second time.
So remember the story I just told you about?
Yeah.
I was a kid. Oh. So I got here, they put me in kindergarten, I kept crying.
And you went back
They
home?
sent me back. And so when I finally came back in middle school, that was after
Gotcha.
that.
Because that's when I remember you in middle school, and I remember a story of you because like everybody was Mr. McClinton most of all was gassing you the fuck up.
Why?
He was like, that boy Sanjay, he's good at soccer.
I
just
am.
kept on gassing you up. I'm like, who is this nigga
So
Sanjay?
you know a funny story? So right before I moved, so I don't know if it's the same in Haiti, but I'll explain it anyway. So in Jamaica, high school starts essentially middle school. They call it primary school. Ends in the 6th grade.
Okay.
And high school starts in the 7th. So technically, I just had my first year of high school
and
before
then you
I moved
went back
there.
and went to middle school.
So that first year, so backtrack. When I finished my primary school, this college wanted to recruit me to play football, but soccer. But there's this national exam. I scored like really high, like I was smart as fuck, really high, and I got into like one of the top schools. So I was like, "Fuck the scholarship, I'm gonna go to the school because it's a really good school." But they also had a not great as a school that was recruiting me, but a decent soccer team. So I was gonna try out for that. Something happened. The practice got delayed. A week later, my mom's like, "Hey, you're coming to America." And then she put me in a fucking school with no soccer team. I'm still mad at her. I don't think she knows.
I feel the result.
I could be messy right now. I'm playing. Okay. But so yeah, it's that's what I have to deal with. But
okay, so what was the question?
the identity crisis.
Identity crisis. I think so. When I got there, I didn't speak a lick of English. So whenever people would talk to me,
Creole?
it was just Creole and French that I knew.
Okay.
So whenever people would talk to me, I would either respond in Creole and French. And like I remember one of my mom's friends, like she introduced herself to me. And then my mom and her were speaking Creole, but then for some reason she wanted to look at me and start speaking English. I'm like, lady, I do not speak English.
Come on, help me out, man. Like, damn.
Like she literally like try to like I was like, what are you doing right now? I just did not understand.
Right.
So they put me in an English speaking class, like an ESL class, so like a Haitian to English transition.
Okay.
So from like
Was there a lot of kids in it?
I feel like there was maybe 8 of us that were like Haitian that just didn't speak. Well, they spoke better English than I did. I literally did not speak anything. So we were taught by a Haitian teacher, and the moral of the class was to just like help us transition to get our English well enough so that we can transition to the like English classes.
Gotcha.
And not be separated from the other kids. So for the 2 years, I was trying really hard because they would tell me to say, okay, one example, I felt very stupid.
No, it's
So everybody was like, they was like, okay, say something that like say a word or a fruit that goes with your first name, and like everybody's saying like fish, blah blah blah, well, like whatever
like
with
the
their
first,
name.
the
And I
letter.
was just giving them my Haitian nickname. I will not say it, but I
Come
gave
on.
them my
You
Haitian
gotta do it for
nickname.
the podcast. What's the Haitian nickname? Please.
It's either Freydjine or Tifre.
Freydjine?
Freydjine or Tifre.
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 Tifre?
Yeah, Tifre.
Do that mean? What does it mean?
Tifre means little fresh, and Freydjine means fresh.
That's kind of cool.
So I, like a dumbass, was like, oh yeah, you want nicknames? Sure. So I was like, Frey or Tifre.
They're like, what the fuck is
All the kids looked at me like he was the dumbest shit.
That's funny.
So I was just like, okay, I don't speak English. So for it was first and second grade. For first and second grade, I literally watched Barney, Teletubbies,
Did it
Arthur.
help you learn
I
English?
picked up English real quick.
Get
I
the
was
fuck
dedicated.
From Teletubbies and Barney?
Teletubbies, Barney, Arthur, Liberty's Kids. I'm listening to I watch everything back to back.
That is wild.
And then that's how after like the second grade, like halfway through the second grade, there was like, we can transition you to the third grade, like next year, you'll be fine. I was like, perfect. And then I went to the third grade, and now my problem was I had an accent. So I spoke English, but I had an accent. So they would make fun of me. That's the next fucking battle. Yeah. So they were making fun of me for the accent. So like I tried really, really fucking hard to drop that night. Don't have an accent. Certain words I have an accent with, but like now I'm like, you can't tell that I came here.
So you know what's funny? So
accent.
you remember how obviously we met in middle school. Mm-hmm. So you remember that whole year I was known for not talking? Do you know that's why? I was fucking terrified of people making fun of my accent. That, and I'm gonna be honest, I thought most of them kids were stupid as shit. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, it's not even something like I'm better than you, but I'm like,
you came in when we were very rowdy though. I'm not gonna lie, cause like
and I'm used to like, you know, going to school wearing a uniform. Like,
we didn't do that.
Like we get slapped. Like I'm used to that shit. And I come in, this dude's in like baggy ass jeans, like cussing and shit. I'm like, what the
Breaking
fuck
teachers'
is going on?
Classrooms,
But
food
yeah.
fights. Were you there? You were there for the food fight.
I think I was. I was in
The
the
food
corner
fight was
though.
amazing.
So, yeah.
I didn't throw anything, but I
When I
was just
say
watching.
that year was like straight up culture shock, and it didn't help that my mom forced me to wear uniforms.
Oh, okay? My first year in that middle school, my mom made me wear a uniform. I was the only motherfucker
Fucking immigrants, man. I'm telling
wearing
you.
uniform in that school just because she saw that they had a uniform.
My mom did the same shit. I'm like,
I was like, nobody wears it.
right. So the first day I went, I remember feeling like a dumbass wearing a uniform, right? But I'm not talking to nobody anyways. I'm like, all right, cool. And then I go home, I'm telling my mom, like, hey, you know, I don't have to wear uniforms. I can just wear like jeans and whatever. And my mom's like, I don't care. They have a dress code and you're going to have, I'm like, oh,
Yeah, I had to struggle for my mom for a whole year. I'm like, and the reason why I got her to stop is like, come pick me up one day and see nobody wears this shit. She came, she's like,
and
okay,
she got it.
Yeah, she's like, okay.
Yeah, see, that's good for you. I'm lucky I only had to spend 1 year because my mom would have made me wear that shit all 4 fucking years of middle school. 100%.
Oh no.
So, but yeah. All right, so I want to go back to what was it? Oh, so how long did it take you to learn English, you said?
2 years, maybe a year and a half.
Like, and you felt comfortable having like conversations. And how long did you get rid of the accent?
After 3rd grade, I didn't have an accent anymore.
So you
I just kept on practicing.
fucking got a whole ass Americanized. Damn shame.
Now I kind of miss
No,
it.
it's okay.
I do miss it a little bit, but I don't.
Yeah,
I
I can
back.
turn mine on and off.
Can you?
Oh yeah, come on, you've heard me.
I guess, yeah.
All right, so do you want to jump into the song?
Sure. Hi, I'm Freydjine. And then I'm gonna introduce the song that is most like stuck in my memory from when I was little, and my dad picked me up and us driving around Haiti, for the last memory I have in Haiti. And the song is C'est pas pour dat by Alan Cave.
C'est
pas pour dat.
pas pour dat.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, perfect. That was great. So now, why that song, and what does it have to do with memory?
Why that song? It was the song that was playing in the car.
Pretty fucking straightforward.
Why I love that song. Alan Cave is a really he's one of the top tier Haitian like musicians from back in the day. So like I still like listen to his music. If he ever has a concert in my grown age, I will go see it because I want to see him live at least once. I love his music.
So he's still alive.
Yeah, he's still alive.
Okay, that's good.
So I really love that song. It also just didn't help that it was my dad's favorite song. So like naturally, you know me, I'm gonna love whatever my dad loves.
Especially at that age, like
Yeah.
you said, you're gonna pretty much
so-
absorb everything.
And whenever I hear that song, I'm just like ready to go out and dance to it.
Okay. So, what other artists did your dad love?
He
What
loved.
do you remember?
I think he loved Kaimi.
I don't know these people, so I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I have no idea who the fuck.
Haitian group. And there are some older ones that he does like. Now I know he likes a little bit more of the like newer artists, but I can't remember like any of the older ones that he liked. I just remember Alan Cave, Kaimi, and then like some other people.
Okay, so I know you, and I know you like some hood ass shit.
I'm versatile.
Right. Has your dad ever heard the music you like?
When he's in the car, I just play Haitian music.
So when he comes up and you just play Haitian music, come on, you gotta put on the fucking that Chief Keef once. That fucking Chirac.
Nah, he's not gonna get that side of me.
That's funny. All right, so how do you say that song again? I'm sorry.
C'est pas pour dat.
C'est pas pour dat. So that song, that memory, do you think your mom holds that same?
Probably not. She knows I love the song. Like whenever like I'm in the car with her and this comes on, I start singing. She's like, "You really do love this song." Like she remembers the song.
Yeah, but does it trigger that same memory? Like, do you be like, "Hey, you remember?"
I don't. I've never asked her, so I don't know. But she probably didn't take the car ride memory as much as I like valued it. But she probably valued like us spending time together, going to see my grandmother, and like going to the beach and like having family time. Like that was the last time like we saw that side of the family, the ones in DR also.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right. That's it.
That's it.
All right. So we have one last part.
Okay.
I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Oh no.
All right. Let's call song on the spot.
Song on the spot. Okay.
So I'm gonna give you 3 scenarios, and you have to quickly,
think of a song.
quickly, think of a song
Okay.
that you would play
Okay.
in that scenario.
Okay.
All right. Let me know when you're ready. All right. Ready? All right. So you're on a spaceship with Elon that's about to launch and go to Mars.
Take Off. I can't remember the name of the song right now.
If you can't name the song, you gotta sing a little part of it. Mumble it, something.
Can I look it up on my phone?
Sure.
Because then I'll remember the lyrics.
That's low-key cheating, but it's fine.
It's okay. You never said I couldn't cheat. Last Memory, Take Off.
Last Memory?
You want me to play it?
No, I can't.
Okay.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. All right, next one. Front row at the Oscars, and you're watching Will Smith walk towards Chris Rock.
Bitch better have my money.
You know what my song was? Fucking Bone Crusher. So I'm outside of the club. You think I'm a pawn?
Bitch, get out my way.
All right, cool. Next one. Shopping with your husband, and your side dude is the cashier.
Side dude is a cashier. I don't want to know Mario.
Ooh, that's a good one. All right, and ready for the bonus? You wake up and see $5 million in your bank account.
Money by La Lisa from Blackpink.
Never heard of that, but I'm gonna take your word for
I'm
it.
gonna make that drop. That money on my mind, and a drop. That money. No.
Never heard, but sounds good. All right, before we get out of here, do you want to say anything to the mic?
It's a nice day out.
It's a
Everybody
nice
enjoy
day.
yourselves.
They're gonna hear this shit way after this, by the way.
Don't make fun of my braces.
They look nice. They really do. All right, thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
You're
It was
the best.
fun.
It was fun. All right, cool.